Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Daria Piano. And today's video, after a long break that I took, I must give a little message to all of you explaining why I took such a long break, why I took 2 months to finally gather my will and my strength to make another video. And I'm sure you all are aware of the tragic events that are currently happening in Ukraine, and I'm sure that you feel something in your soul towards it as well. I just simply think that I cannot continue posting without addressing this at all, for many reasons. Because the world is not the same anymore as it was 2 months ago, and my life is not the same, and the future is not the same. So I don't want it to sound like a script that I've written, although I have been trying to choose nice, right words to say. It's not a political message, and I just want to be sincere. This is just something as a human being, and a human being with artistic sensibility is something I have to say. It's already the 7th time I'm trying to record this video. Maybe number 7 is the lucky number. It's really difficult, but I will just get it all out, and I hope you understand why it's difficult and why I need to say it. That the last 2 months have had more impact on my life as a person, as a human, as a family member, or as an artist particularly, just how much depth of emotions, especially negative ones, I was experiencing, and how much more attuned I become with my own humanity and humanity or inhumanity of other people. And the change that has happened within me, within my conscience, within my mind, within those past 2 months has been greater than I thought possible in such a short time, but maybe it's just naive. We have a new context in which we now live. We have a new future, especially Russian people have a new future. And as you might know, I come from Russia, my family is in Russia, and that adds another dimension on how I experience this. And this tragedy that's been unfolding in Ukraine in front of our eyes, and it is now unfolding. And as a little human being, I'm not in any position to change anything, and it gives, of course, a lot of frustration. And but as an artist, I found strength to at least express and to make, maybe to help, to try to make other people experience that as well, to be more sensitive, more sensible towards it. I don't know if it's going to make any difference or not, but that's all I can do as an artist. In the beginning, I was so shocked by this war and by the fact that it's happening right now. This is the new world that we woke up in when this all started, and I was so shocked and so terrified by some of the actions that I really identified with that quote by Theodor Adorno. Interestingly enough, I happened to be taking a course on Adorno specifically. He was a philosopher, a Jewish philosopher who escaped from Nazi Germany, and he lived in the United States, and then he came back to Germany after the Nazi regime was thrown over. So maybe many of you might know this quote, it's very famous, is that writing poetry after Auschwitz is barbaric. And this is the quote that pretty much was very close to my heart, and I simply could not fathom why I would be making a video on piano playing now while people are being killed, they're dying, they're losing their lives, their loved ones, their homes, everything in Ukraine, and I'm just gonna sit there and post a video. That was bad days. But then on good days, there was a quote by Bernstein, and good days meaning the days that have hope. I'm going to read it from here because I don't remember it exactly. Bernstein, Leonard Bernstein was a famous conductor and a composer, American. This is our reply to violence, to make music more intensely, more beautifully, and more devotedly than before. And this is that hope that helps me on a good day, like today, day of hope, where we can, or I can, try to contribute to the good of the world, and we can see something beautiful and hear something beautiful. And when evil intensifies so much, I think that the good should also be more intense, to balance at least the scale, or to prevail, which it should. And also, on good days, I believe that when terrible things are happening around us, when our minds and our hearts are experiencing that excruciating pain, even if we're not there, even if we're not who are dying or losing our normal life, we should not let it paralyze us, the good part of us, and to stop us from doing good things, the kind things, the creative and inspired things, while our souls still continue to grieve, to process what is happening. And I just hope that through all this, my responsibility as a human being is just to remain as human as I can, to remain a good human with real emotions, this full spectrum, which allows me to have compassion, deep compassion, and allows me to have hope, and doesn't allow me to become numb to the suffering of others and to the violence that is around us. And I just hope that the good will prevail and the evil will be defeated, and we will hopefully all learn something or a lesson as humanity. And I believe there are still many good, very good humans out there, and they should prevail. And I hope to be one of those good humans. And I will continue making videos for you, even though it might take me a little longer than before, and I'm probably not going to make good on my promise of twice a week. School has been also catching up with me, and since I've been emotionally incapacitated, so to say, lately, but I have been able to write a lot of music. I've had a concert, which I might post a video from, and I'm still learning new pieces and learning the Chopin etudes, so I'll continue posting something there as well. And thank you for listening to this message, and thank you for staying with me, and thank you for more people who are subscribing, and thank you for those of you who are patiently waiting for me to post another video while I'm taking a long break. And I do hope for the victory for this little bunny.